today in support of Robert McDonald's nomination for Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs. It's my hope that Robert McDonald will bring a renewed commitment, energy, and acumen to address the department's problems that we all know exist. The allegations against the Department of Veterans Affairs are incredibly serious. Therefore, Madam President, I rise in defense of our nation's veterans. Our veterans have put themselves in harm's way to defend us, and I think it is only right that we do everything in our power to defend them and their interests when they return home. Allegations that veterans were not only denied timely access to care, but that scheduling delays, secret waiting lists, and lost records may have led to veterans' deaths are totally unacceptable. These allegations of mismanagement and cover-up at the Veterans Administration are beyond disturbing. They're sickening, and they need to be corrected. And, Madam President, they need to be corrected immediately. Madam President, our veterans deserve better. Our veterans have earned these benefits through their dedicated service and sacrifice for our nation. And the VA must correct these problems, not just study them. It's my hope that Robert McDonald will actively work to address these tremendous challenges. But according to the VA's recent nationwide audit, new patients using the Central Alabama Veterans Health Care System waited an average of over 74 days to see a primary care doctor. That's totally unacceptable. That is nearly 3 times greater than the national average of 27 days for new patient wait times. I look forward to working with the new VA Secretary to review the Department's plan to initiate corrective action, both in Alabama and across the nation. Madam President, while the VA's wait time statistics are disturbing to all of us, the problem just does not end there. Allegations that the VA employees may have submitted false records to justify their own receipt of performance bonuses suggest the possibility that the deceit and mistreatment I have described may also have been compounded by a lot of fraud. In May, Appropriations Committee Chairwoman Barbara Mikulski and I wrote a letter to the Attorney General Eric Holder and called on the Department of Justice to begin appropriate criminal and civil investigation into the allegation of misconduct at the Veterans Administration. We've also recommended that the Commerce, Justice, and Science Appropriation Bill that we serve as chairman and ranking provide the resources for these investigations. The Veterans Affairs and Military Construction Appropriation Bill provides an additional $5 million to investigate VA scheduling practices alone. Madam President, and legislation introduced this week requests an additional $17 billion to improve the VA over the next 3 years. And while I commend these efforts to initiate corrective action, I believe that it's only a starting point. A lack of funding is not the mainspring of the VA's troubled past. I look forward to working with you and others with the new VA Secretary to ensure that these problems at the VA are rectified as soon as possible before any more veterans are adversely affected. Solving the issues at the VA has never been more imperative than it is today, as American service members continue to risk their lives every day for our nation. Support for our armed forces must never waver, and it must be just as strong when they return home. Who will fight our wars in the future if we do not prove that we respect our veterans today? Veterans have risked their lives for the freedoms that we all enjoy, and thus should receive the care that they most assuredly deserve and have earned. Defending veterans' access to timely medical care today is the very least, I believe, that we can do because they defended us first. I yield the floor.